Hello everyone, this is Professor Hill, and this is a short video for our class, Introduction to Ethics, Philosophy 2306. And this is the online Maymester version, and we are trying to get through this intensive, condensed course. And sure enough, it's now week 3 of our 3-week Maymester class, so this is it. Today's Monday, the 28th of May, 2018. And like I said, we're coming down to the wire now. We had a assignment that was due last night, and I'm going through and grading those now. And we also have our last discussion on Wednesday, so the day after tomorrow, and this thing wraps up with a final exam Thursday. But listen, don't feel like you got to wait till Thursday. The sooner you're done, as long as you do the last discussion and the final exam, you're finished. And I know some people are already turning them in, so go ahead and feel free to knock that out and get those things turned in. This is week 3. It's the last, if you recall, during week 1, we went through chapters 1 and 2 of our textbook, Doing Ethics by Louis Vaughn. We then skipped chapter 3 and then treated chapters 4, 5, and 6 as a block during the second week, and tied those key concepts, again, around consequentialism and non-consequentialism into the case studies for the week. And now, like I said, we're into week 3. We're looking at chapter 7, which is about virtue and virtue ethics. And then we'll finish this whole thing up, like I said, with the last discussion on Wednesday, the final exam on Thursday, and we'll be done. Thursday the 31st is our last day of this class, so get those exams completed and turned in. If you have any questions, as always, let me know, but I just want to make a few comments about Chapter 7, the chapter for this week, and the end of our treatment of Doing Ethics by Louis Vaughn. And he's talking about virtue, as I said, and he offers an interesting definition. There's some things I like about it and some things I don't, but the thing I like about it is, he says that virtue is having a stable disposition to think and act and feel in accordance with a model of excellence. So think about that again. A stable disposition to think, act, feel in accordance with a model of excellence. Now, I like the beginning of it, especially when he talks about a stable disposition. I like that because it's not like we're programmed like computers, right? It's not like we're always going to make this right decision. No, even if we're shaped and formed by a set of values and beliefs, even if we have and believe in strong ethical principles, and we think there are rules and guidelines for us, kind of, again, a non-consequentialist approach. The fact of the matter is we are human beings, and we're unpredictable, and sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes we get things wrong, and sometimes even if we have what we think are the right rules, we apply them poorly. And of course, we're always operating in an atmosphere with less than perfect information, so there's a lot to factor into our ethical decision-making process. But I like that whole stable disposition. I think that that's good. We want to have it. We want to have a disposition means I'm going to have a tendency to do something, an inclination to act that way. And it needs to be a stable one. It's not always perfect, but it's there, and it's what we would do most of the time. Generally, we're inclined to act and feel and think in a certain way. And in this case, to do that in accordance with a model of excellence. And again, that leaves it open. What is the model? Where does it come from? You can see this is really, people talk about this virtue ethics as if it's almost a third, as if it's outside of the consequentialist, non-consequentialist framework. And that's an interesting question. I tend to think of it as a non-consequentialist or deontological theory. I think it fits in with that framework, in part because when you drill down onto the models of excellence, it's a set of values and beliefs, a set of guidelines about what to apply in difficult ethical decisions. And there's a lot of sources for that. For many people, it's a religion, as we've seen. And they say, look, my religion tells me to act in a certain way. I'm going to act in accordance with my religious beliefs. Other people, they might be humanitarian values. They might be a strong set of values and beliefs, like military. In the military, there is a military culture, and they have a certain way of doing things and of thinking and believing and acting in accordance with, again, a model of excellence. And that can also, again, be a humanistic approach, a non-theistic approach. But again, it gives you an example of what we're talking about. Somebody that could act. And again, there might be somebody who, most of the time, they have an inclination to do this, even if they fall short because they're, a human being that makes mistakes and comes up short on occasion. So, again, I like the definition. This is where he begins with this chapter, which is this definition of ethics and what it means. And he talks a lot about how the more we act in accordance with a model of excellence, the more it shapes us, and then the easier it is to follow. And so there's this kind of interplay between us and the model. But we'd like to think that, especially as a parent, that I'm inculcating a certain set of values and beliefs into in my case, my son. And so I want to say, I'm setting an example for him. I'm talking with him. I understand when he falls short, makes mistakes, but that he's learning. And that's one of the primary roles of a parent, to try to shape our children in the values and beliefs that we hold dear. So that's chapter 7. That's the beginning of it. There's still a little more, and I'll talk some more about this tomorrow. But don't forget, Wednesday, the next and last of our discussion assignments is due. And folks, that's just the day after tomorrow. So again, it's Monday the 28th. We're wrapping things up this week. The sooner you're done, the sooner you get everything turned in, you'll be finished. So we're close. Hang in there. We're almost done. Take care, and I'll talk to you all again soon. And again, as always, if you got any questions or need anything at all, contact me through the Canvas website, through my email, or give me a call at the office. Look forward to talking to y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.